Well, we're back in Norway with my increasingly fuzzy hat and this this setup. It seems to be getting oddly greener. I don't know why. Anyway, we have got through the pre-season. We're about to play our first competitive game of the season, and we have some transfers to take you through. So, I will delay you no longer. Let's go. Right then, I will focus initially on the outs. We have several players out on loan. They're all quite promising youngsters. We've sent them out mainly to second and first division sides, so second and third level, which our second team play at the third level, I think. So it was trying to get them sort of first division games so that they got a better standard of match, and I think they're all on like sort of regular starter or important player, so hopefully they should play quite a bit and we'll see some development out of them. We've got some of the real youngsters out as well. Apparently I can only loan out 8 though, which is somewhat limiting for developing your players, but in years down the line we might have to sort of make sure that we only send people of like a certain age maybe out, if we think they're gonna make it. So yeah, it's going to have to be probably the older ones to try and give them that match time that they're going to need more. Anyway, there is one right at the bottom of here who is also on loan, which is a little odd because, yeah, we'll get to that. Anyway, on the way in, now, Kevin Balanta here. I'm going to hold my hands up. I didn't cheat with this one. Basically what I did was I watched a YouTube video which had some like bargain players on it. I spotted some I thought they'd be quite good at Brann. I had a look for them. Several of them looked quite decent. Only Kevin Balanta would actually join us, but for 180,000 kroner, which is what, less than 20 grand, I think. Less than 20 grand for that talent, I'll take that any day. I mean, obviously we're paying him decent wage, 1.66 million, but yeah, he is our Colombian. He's added depth at I think ball winning midfielder we use him at, and yeah, he is just a solid all-round player for this sort of level. And you might have noticed as well there, as we look at Bruno Godot, I've changed me colour scheme to the one I like. So Bruno Godot, we needed a left-footed centre-back and he fits that bill quite happily. He's solid, and yeah, we'll get plenty of use out of him I think this season. And a lot of this was about sort of like strengthening the squad in depth. Now, Wenderson here, Brazilian midfielder. He's also, I mean, he prefers to play central midfield. We're going to be using him as a sort of timeshare in the roaming playmaker role with, I think it's Mura who plays that. Yeah, and it's Heltner Nilsson who plays the more defensive one. Someone else is going to be Balanta. I knew I'd shown him to you. More like a sieve. Again, solid and only 23. Bit of room for improvement. So we did take a look at, I think he was a 28-year-old Turkish fella who was coming out of contract at the end of their season, which would have been halfway through ours. So we wouldn't have had him for a few months. But of course he would have been free. But then when I asked his agent, he wasn't even interested anyway. So fair enough, mate. Your loss. Now, talking of free, Suck Hyun Jun, who has had an interesting time here, as you can see. Not bad, good physically, decent mentals, good in the air. He played one friendly whilst on trial. He scored 5 goals. He got injured for 4 weeks, and we haven't seen him since. He has 15 South Korean caps, and we are paying him quite a bit on the wages. And we had to sort of bat him down from important player to regular starter, so he's going to have to share time with Board up front. But he does give us 3 decent options now up front with Board and Hegebo. And then we've got Malik Seluki, who I was looking around to see if we had anyone that we could bring in. I think on the left-hand side we're sort of planning on playing him. Let me have a look where... Oh no, I can't have a look where we're training him because he's not here. Because we loaned him back to ADO Den Haag. Again, decent player, plenty of nice blue numbers, and I've set me level at about 13 for a really sort of decent attribute for this level. Can play across that attacking midfield 3, which is important. He's not overly two-footed, so I'm not quite sure how he'll go. Well, actually, although saying that, the tactic we use, if we look at that, has an inside forward on the left, so he can cut in onto his right foot, and a winger on the right, so he can use his right foot there. So being right-footed is perfectly acceptable in that role. But we weren't desperate for him. It was just sort of like someone I thought would be useful in the future, and I'm not 100% convinced about bursting, but they wanted a loan back, and because obviously we play a different season to them, it was only going to be for like half of our season. So I was like, well, okay, that way he'll get a lot of, you know, competitive games. Hopefully they'll still play him. Although saying that, I have actually just seen that they haven't actually. Oh no, that's 23-24. We're not in 23-24 yet. 22-23. They have played him a few times, so hopefully he'll get some games for them and come back nice and sharp for us. But yeah, I think we did okay there. What did we spend? I mean, 22 million kroner. Not all of that was me. 7 million of that wasn't me. So, and didn't really get much in. But then I wasn't looking to sell anyone. We had a relatively small squad. I didn't want to sell anyone. So, yeah, it's all looking quite good. Now, the first team lineup. This, I think, is basically our starting 11. I think they're all in. I don't think we have any injuries. Oh no, right. I was going to say, why are they ineligible? It's because I made them available for the second team who are playing the same day. So, and I knew they weren't in the lineup, so I was happy to do that. Balanta, as you can see, is injured for a week or two. Suck is still out for probably another couple of weeks as well. Hegebo is not on the bench, but probably should be, actually. So let's get Hegebo on the bench. I have got a goalkeeper on the bench this time, and we are playing Strømsgodset. Now, what we'll do is just have a quick look at the season preview. Okay, we are 20-1. We were 25-1, so it seems like I have improved the squad slightly. We are kind of best of the rest with those top 3 there dominating. Strømsgodset not supposed to be all that great, so we should be taking this lot. Now, at the moment, I don't have to worry about changes to the team. This is not the Twitch bit of the save. I don't have to bother about that. And I'm umming and ahhing about whether to do it anyway, because there comes a point where I'm not really playing the game, if you see what I mean. It's just like I'm just basically letting the game play itself after a point. So I need to have some sort of input, but all the other general advice, I think, is the stuff I should be taking. Which means that theoretically, when it comes to the Twitch version of this, I shouldn't be doing this. I should not be doing the opposition instructions, because that's advice that I would be given. Right, central midfield are clicking nicely. I have tweaked the tactic a little, I think. There are some things that I wasn't overly happy with us doing. I think this, yeah, I mean, these were right down before. I've upped them a little bit because I didn't want us playing too slowly. But here we go. First competitive game. Strømsgodset. Now, are they listening to me yet? Because I've been here for a few weeks now. This is a match we should be winning. No, they're not really listening, are they? Oh, no. Telling them I've got faith in them does something. There we go. Right. Okay. Oh, here we are. Well, this is literally my first competitive game on Football Manager 24. So, and we did pick up some very, very hefty wins, as I did my usual, with 3 extra friendlies that we won 11-1, 22-0 and 16-0, I believe. And I think Suck scored 5 in 11-1, Vinner scored 6 in the 22-0 and Hegabo scored 4 in the other one. So our forwards doing well. Hey, Helpner Nielsen, the near post corner, they seem to be more effective. That was something I was going to do, actually, was switch up the frequency with which we use our 3 types of set piece. Haven't seen us score from one from the edge of the box. Actually, I tell a lie, we did score from one from the edge of the box, but it was kind of a bit worked afterwards. It wasn't really sort of like he plays it to him, he brings it down, smashes it, top bins, sort of thing. So, that was a little disappointing. Oh, hello, Mollerwolf. Great young talent. He could be worth a mint to us at some point. Board. Helpner Nielsen, who is a captain who refuses to talk to new signings. Hey, Board Finner! 2-0. Yeah, you get the option when you sign people, sort of like, oh, get so and so to show them around and introduce them about and stuff. And yeah, every time I ask Helpner Nielsen, our captain with like leadership off the charts, he's like, no, I think someone else would be better for that. I know what better he's got to do, quite frankly. Oh, off the post from that range. Board, you beast. Scarnes. Oh, it's in. Keeper probably should have done better. See Bodo Glimt to 4-0 up. So 3-0 up at half time, or approaching half time. We're not even going to be top. Was this a little bit? I mean, oh, that was a nice run. Yeah, the keeper really should have just, if he'd, you know, extended his arms, would have still been 2-0. 3 shots on target, 3 goals. If we can keep that 100% rate up all season, boys, I will be happy. Right, let's tell them we're happy with the passing. And we'll crack on with the second half. Okay. Oh, hello. That was a good block from Krona. The old crone. I don't even know if he's old. Away! We do pack that box at corners, so hopefully we won't concede too many from, you know, if they're going to swing it in there. Right. I'm not happy, boys, that they have actually just taken control of this game. You do realise that. You can't just slack off for a half. Thank you. Don't like shouting at you. Right. I am going to have a bit of a look at some substitutions. Right, let's get Wenderson in, because Mura's not really done a lot, has he? And Wenderson needs a bit of match sharpness. And Matheson needs the match sharpness of Rasmussen. And I don't have any of the youngsters really on the bench, so I'm going to leave it at that for the moment. Okay, right, here we go. This is the half we want to be in, boys. That's Castro, nips it in, Matheson. Oh, beautiful goal from Ulrich Matheson. Just took a nice touch inside his man and curled a beautiful shot into the far corner. Look at this. This is the sort of thing I like when you see them do it. You see, you just that little bit of acceleration getting past him. And then a beautiful curled effort. Yeah, no one's looking particularly unfit there, are they now? Bored. Is he going to go for it again from, what, it's got to be good, somewhere between 25 and 30 yards. Probably nearly 30 yards, I would imagine. Oh no, plays it short. Scarnets. Oh, he's hit the woodwork. 2 free kicks in similar areas. Both of them ending up hitting the woodwork in different ways. Never let it be said we don't mix it up a bit. Right, the old roaming playmaker didn't do an awful lot there, but 4-0. That's a good start, isn't it? I'll take that. Nice work, everyone. That was good. Wow. It's no wonder they're inspired, is it? That's what the team talk. Right. Let's see what that table looks like. Well, we are second in the table, behind Bodo Glimt on alphabetical order, it would seem. They didn't get any more than the 4 that we saw they'd scored, but I didn't realise they'd scored them against Mould, who are supposed to be one of the best sides. So that was quite the effort in the first 20 minutes by them. And Rosenborg, what did Rosenborg do? They won 3-0, so yeah, they're right up there as well. But can't ask for a much better start than that. And we'll leave it at the 1 match today, I think, and we might come back for maybe the cup game, which could be interesting because they are very lower level, like 4th level, I think. So it should be a simple win. And as long as it doesn't take too long to beat Lokomotiv Oslo, then we might well do the Ham Cam game as well, and then we should be able to see what our start's been like. But that will be it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.